Yeah, good afternoon, friends. Especially the graduates after finishing their BVSc and AHD program will have a confusion which subject I have to do my master degree. Yes, really this is a tough question and we have to see it in different angles. The first of all, the choice of the subject is based on your interest. Among so many subjects are there in the veterinary science and also the animal sciences. So coming to the veterinary sciences, starting from veterinary anatomy, veterinary biochemistry and physiology, veterinary pharmacology and toxicology, veterinary pathology, then apart from this one, veterinary public health, veterinary microbiology, all these departments are there in the veterinary or the science. And apart from this one, many other subjects are also there, like the animal nutrition, livestock products and management, animal genetics in breeding, livestock products and technology. Then apart from this one, many clinical subjects are also there, like the veterinary gynecology and obstetrics, veterinary surgery and radiology, then veterinary medicine. So these are all the choices. Then how to choose a subject in which you need to do the master degree. Of course, you need the guidance of your seniors and also apart from this one, the job opportunities in future. What are all the scopes for the master degree? So each subjects have got their own advantages and disadvantages and merits and demerits, of course. So you need to think twice or thrice. And apart from this one, the competition wise, how much is there the possibility of getting a seat? That's also another important thing. So coming to the first point, that is the veterinary anatomy. Veterinary anatomy as such, it is a pure academic subject. Hence, you can decide if you are very much interested to do the veterinary anatomy. If you are really interested to do so, then you can specifically choose anatomy, or else as such the industry people or the other people, they will not prefer the anatomy whenever there are the other components. That doesn't mean that anatomy is not inferior or not superior to any one of the subjects. And the scope for this anatomy are the veterinary colleges, the departments, especially wherever the faculty members are there. And as such, the people who get into anatomy are, the number is very less as on the date. If you take the data etc., then of course it is very less. Then there is a chance of the getting job in case of the academic institute. So whenever you are doing the prosecuting the anatomy subject, please see that in your state veterinary colleges there are varieties of the colleges, or so many colleges are there and there are vacancies. Or else if you prosecute the study etc., and also the another thing is you have to see what are all the vacancies, especially in case of this your different colleges, and also the categories, and so many criteria are there. Hence you please decide about all these things and later choose. Then comes the veterinary biochemistry and the physiology department. Of course there is it's a very general subject, and there are a lot of chances, and also the one can enter the industry as well as the academia. Both are possible here. Hence according to, and also the interest wise also you can gain much more interest. And yes, the only one disadvantages of these subjects is they are not going to tell any research, what you call as the methodologies, which are industry made or which are required by the industries. For example, the OECD protocols or the toxicity experiments, and also sometimes the designing the this laboratory animal experiments. All these may be the small lacunas, but you can get varieties of the opportunities in the industry as well as the academia. And third subject is the veterinary pathology. Of course, the contract research organization, most of the people who are present there are the veterinary pathologists. So there is no other person to go there apart from that of the veterinary pathology people. And the diagnostic labs in the state government laboratories may also require the veterinary pathologists as specialists. And apart from this one, the contract research organizations, of course, they hire, and the drug discovery units of certain HR division, human HR divisions, and also this especially research divisions which have got the research facilities in different pharmaceutical companies may also require the veterinary pathologists. Apart from this one, the ICR institutes, the national government, this Indian government, many organizations may also require the veterinary pathologists, and they cannot be substituted for any other person, especially in case of the contract research organization. That's the greatest advantage of the veterinary pathology. Apart from this thing, especially the these industries, one can also get the suitable job in case of the academia, which holds good for almost all the subjects, which I am going to tell in future, because now it is the PhD is compulsory in all subjects to become the assistant professors also in most of the UGC regulated organizations. So that's one of the important thing need to be known. If you want to do the master degree, please do the what you call as this PhD also, because that's the highest qualification which is required for becoming an assistant professor in any of the veterinary colleges in India. So that's one. So coming to the next subject, that is veterinary pharmacology and toxicology. Yes, of course, as the name indicates, it is the degree will be given in the veterinary pharmacology and toxicology, and also the course curriculum is designed in such a way that the 50% courses are of belonging to the pharmacology and 50% are about the toxicology. So the curriculum here is of course it is designed in such a way that it suits both industry as well as the academia. So the veterinary pharmacologists or toxicologists can easily get the job in case of the contract research organization and also the pharmaceutical companies where research is a mandate, or they are called as the R&D units, research and development wings. Of course, in abroad and other countries, in abroad it is very well developed. In India, still it is a few of the companies are there. So wherever you go, you are going to be fit. So especially in case of this new drug designings, new drug entity, and also in case of the academia, many colleges do have different ports as good as to the other subjects. So my suggestion is to do the MUSc degree in case of veterinary pharmacology and toxicology, but the PhD is once again compulsory for the entering the academic institutes, whereas it's not necessary for the entering the industries. Your skill is enough. And apart from this one, the other subjects are the veterinary public health. So public health as such, it's dealing with the is a blend of the microbiology and also the human as well as the veterinary microbiology, and various techniques which are there taught there in the microbiology are also there in the syllabus of veterinary public health. Of course, it is dealing with more with the zoonotic important disease. So the persons can also get entry in case of the veterinary public health and get the MSc degree and also start working in the industries. As such, the people from the veterinary pharmacology and toxicology and veterinary pathology, they are preferred people, but if they are not available as such there is a lot of manpower shortage, then the other people like the veterinary public health may also be chosen from the pharmaceutical companies. The next subject is the veterinary microbiology. So veterinary microbiology is a unique subject in which one can get their specialization. That's the master degree in case of the veterinary virology or veterinary bacteriology, or also in the mycology. So whatever may be the field of this, especially the subject or whatever may be the research topic, doesn't matter much, especially in the pharmaceutical industries or also in case of academia. So if you are planning to go abroad, then your thesis or sometimes your dissertation matter, sometimes it is counted. Usually what happens is, if you are going to the abroad, then all of your paper publications, your TOEFL score, GRE, all these will matter a lot in all the subjects. There is no difference between any of the veterinary subject, and all subjects are very good in general. So the microbiology has got its advantages, as the person can work in the pharmaceutical industry in new drug discovery section, especially the antibiotic discoveries, etc. So he can work. Apart from this one, the routine job opportunities are also available in the academia and also in the national and international institutes. It's a very broad subject, so a lot of people are doing the master degree in veterinary microbiology. So these are all the subjects which are very much required for the industry is concerned. And apart from this one, we have got the, especially the animal nutrition is also another subject in which you can get the post graduation and also get a different type of the experience as the feed analytical units. So varieties of the feed manufacturing industries are also there. Then also sometimes this nutraceuticals, this is also one of the important business area. Hence these are all the job opportunities for a person who has graduated in case of this animal nutrition. And feed industries, of course, and also in case of poultry industries, where the nutrition is one of the most important criteria, especially in case of all the industries, he may get job. And apart from this one, as usual, I told that there is a academia where in veterinary colleges or the research institutes, etc., they may accommodate a lot of people with the post graduation in animal, that's the nutrition. And apart from this one, LPM or livestock products and management. So this is a very broad area. Of course, it consists of the most of the husbandry practices, the poultry, then the piggery, then the livestock management, and also the other areas wherein which these management practices are involved. So the opportunities to the graduates who do the master degrees in these subjects, especially this is in case if you come to the industries like the pharmaceutical, it is limited. But apart from this one, many other opportunities also, like this feed manufacturing units, then the poultry units, then also the other organizations where there is a requirement of livestock product and management people, especially the very big dairy industries in abroad and also in India. They may require the production and management expert. So apart from this one, then the livestock products and technology, yes, it's also one of the very important subjects among the veterinary subjects. Here India is emerging in livestock products and different technologies, and lot of people are getting into this particularly this budding area. Of course, the livestock production and technologies is an area in which this lot of entrepreneurs are entering and making the quality food from the animals products, and also the other areas of especially the meat processing industries, the milk processing industries. All these may require the expertise in livestock production technology, including the academia, the teaching side, the research side, both. So this is the, and apart from this one, the animal genetics and breeding is a department in which the degree can be obtained with the master's qualifications. So here are the this especially animal genetics and breeding deals with the especially genetics aspect of this particularly, and where you can get the opportunities is once again in case of the livestock industry based things. So of course one need to get inside it and get the opportunities, as there is no much difference in the master degree of any subject, especially in veterinary. Lot of job openings are there, especially for the postgraduate students. maybe any discipline, starting from animal genetics breedings to the animal nutrition, pharmacology, pathology, or many other subjects. So one need to do the work with a lot of honest and should have the inclination towards the learning. That's very important. And animal husbandry extension is also the another place where one can get the post graduation degree in their own aspects. Yes, this is also one of the extension education. Of course, as such, there are very few opportunities in case of the industries are concerned, but that doesn't mean that they are not fit into the feed manufacturing units. Maybe the especially in case of the institutes like the veterinary colleges, there are openings maybe there, and one has to see what are all the future openings, when the post may be called for, when the advertise may happen, and what is the reservation pattern before doing any of the such degrees, especially the youngsters. And some of these times these people who is deputed from the state government, they are, or those who have got already the job, they are going to prefer it thinking that yes, they will be having some comfort zone while reading. It's okay, well. And the nowadays the especially the object towards the getting the degree in clinical subjects like maybe the veterinary medicine and veterinary surgery and also veterinary gynecology are increasing, and among these this veterinary surgery and radiology tops first. The reason being is many youngsters, they want to initiate or start their own clinic, maybe the pet place, especially pet animal practice. And apart from this one, there are so many what you call as this polyclinic in case of Karnataka state government, the Department of Animal Husbandry and the veterinary science, it contains the district hospitals. They are called as the polyclinics. There is veterinary, these graduates from postgraduates from the veterinary surgery, gynecology, and also the medicine, they are preferred. So apart from this one, there is a chance, especially the more posts are available in the what you call as this clinical service complex is also there. So yes, the preferred subjects most of the times as the trend goes is earlier it was about the pre or paraclinical subjects. Now the people are having lot of tendency toward the clinic, but there are once again advantages and disadvantages both. So advantages are being they can get the degree, especially in case of veterinary surgery and radiology, and start their own clinic, because the surgery is one of the attractive field for earning in case of the small animal practice. And of course the veterinary medicine is a blend of so many subjects, starting from veterinary biochemistry, veterinary pathology, veterinary pharmacology, then veterinary physiology, all these. Then yes, one can also get the post graduation in that particular subject, and the scope for the veterinary medicine is in the academia also. Many posts are there, especially in case of each veterinary college is in the state, new veterinary colleges are being opened, and the same thing which holds good to the clinical subjects like the state animal husbandry department. If you get a job, then the people with veterinary medicine, surgery and gynecology are preferred there when compared to the other paraclinical or preclinical sciences. And coming to the veterinary gynecology and obstetrics, yes, of course, it's also one of the interesting area wherein the postgraduate degree can be obtained. So, the industrial perspective of the getting any degree in case of clinical subjects, as of course, the veterinary medicine is preferred over all these two subjects if the person goes to an industry, pharmaceutical industry or the drug discovery industries, because the veterinary medicine people will have the idea of the veterinary pharmacology, toxicology, and also the almost all the basic veterinary subjects. So there is no problem for them. Whereas the other people with the surgery and also the people with the gynecology, of course, they may feel little what you call as especially their area of specialization is large animal always. If they go to the industry where there is a small animal handling, etc., then they may get some type of the boring situation. That's also one of their preference. Whereas the people's industrial people, they prefer all these things. But if there is a competition between all these preclinical and the clinical subject, then they may pick up the these paraclinical people. But many people who have graduated in the veterinary gynecology, surgery, etc., they are already in the industry and doing very, very well. When, especially in case of private pharmaceutical companies, the degree doesn't matter there. Yes, of course, if it is there, well and fine. But if the person is having a lot of interest in learning, then definitely he will get very good future. And also, and of course, in the industry, even with the BVSC people also we are doing very, very well. So, in perspective of the job, it depends upon the individual approach, how you are going to have the CV, how many papers you have published during your prosecuting the master degree, and how you are going to plan your future is also very important, apart from the subject in which you are getting the admission, because once again there is a lot of competition. One has to write the tough competitive examination for getting the admission to the master degree is concerned. So all subjects are good. Of course, there are no disadvantages or advantages, but your interest is very, very required, because if you have interest in a very specific subject, you can gain the mastery over that particular subject and get entry into the any one of the field. That's what many of our students are doing very well in the India, and also in case of abroad in the private pharmaceutical companies or all the private pharmaceutical companies. So the dear students or the persons who want to prosecute this, especially the master degree, do not have any confusion. Try to have the goal, especially if you want to do some master degree, then you should have your own field of interest, then get access into it, get the seats and do very well. When you get a seat, 100% devote your time and do very well and get the skill in that particular subject. As the name indicates, it's a master degree, means once you pass out of that thing, the people outside will always regard you as the expert in that particular subject. So, okay, with this we will finish up this particular topic, and thank you very much for the very patience hearing. Thanks a lot.